All right, this is Tiana Marie, and welcome back here to the Clue Seat. And today we're going to be talking about how God is getting ready to do exactly what He told you He was going to do, and you are getting ready to have your eye-opening moment about how great and wonderful God truly is. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so Bible verse reference today, it's going to be Genesis chapter 15, verse number 4. Okay, and so just background, Abraham, God has given Abraham all these promises, and He's told him, I'm going to make your name great. Those who bless you, I'll bless. Those who curse you, I'll curse. I'm giving you all this land. Go do all of this stuff, and everything is going to carry on through your name. The problem is Abraham doesn't have any kids. His wife Sarah is way past being able to have children, and so he's like, he trusts God and he listens, but at the same time, he's kind of like, I don't have a kid. This isn't possible. The one thing that I want out of life, you haven't given me. I asked for a kid. All this stuff is great, but that's what he really desires. And that's what his wife really desires. And basically God says to him, I will give you a child. You don't have to worry about if adoption or anything. Don't worry about any of that. I told you I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And guess what? Lo and behold, he ends up giving birth to not just one children, but actually two. So, but Isaac is the child that God was referring to in this reference. Okay, so what does that mean for you? That means God's given you a promise. God's told you something. Maybe it's marriage. Maybe it's marriage to a specific person. Maybe God said, hey, this is going to be your spouse. And you're looking at it and you're like, this don't very much look like that person is even paying attention to me. So how are we going to be married? Okay, it could be something like that. It could be, your career, and you're like, all this stuff is great, God, but, I got to pay some bills, and, I'm doing what you asked me to do, but I'm only making, $5 a day. And I don't know how what you're saying is going to happen. How do I become wealthy, and how am I going to be able to bless so many other people with the wealth that you're going to give me? Your health. Maybe you have like some disease, or maybe something happened and your health is bad, and God's told you like you're going to do all these great things, travel, do all this stuff, and you're looking at it like, okay, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I'm telling you right now, if God said He's going to do something, He's going to do it. He always keeps His promises. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter. And if you're listening to me, I have a feeling it's not going to take very long, because He's getting ready to show up and show out in your life. So if you're listening to me and you got this far into the message, you don't have very long to wait for your promise from Him to be fulfilled, because it's going to happen. He can't lie. He's already said it to you. And if He told you something, it doesn't matter what the outside looks like. We've already talked about that, how the enemy wants you to look at the outside circumstances. Don't pay attention to what God's telling you over here. Come over here, pay attention to this. Oh, look He doesn't do what He said He's going to do. Oh, look since you decided to listen to God, look at how bad your life's gotten. Well, I guess you should just turn away from Him. No. Don't do that. Don't even think that, because it's not true. There's no reason for Him to tell you He's going to do something just to lie. And that Bible verse, Abraham was trying to help God out. God doesn't need your help. Abraham was like, well, maybe since I don't have a son, I'll just pass off all of this stuff that you're giving me to my, my assistant, and then he can carry on the name. And God's like, no. Is that what I said? Did I tell you, hey, you have to plan it because I'm not going to be able to figure it out? No, He didn't ask him to do that. He said, no, the promise was the same thing I told you. I am going to give you a child. And you can insert your name, Deanna Marie, I told you you're going to, marry this person, blah, blah, blah. It's going to happen. You don't have to worry about it or anything like that. Okay. So, just stay in faith. If He said it, hold on to that. Don't let the enemy make you look over here, over that, because you know what the enemy's like? It's like the Wizard of Oz with the green screen. The enemy is like an Emerald City, and he puts on this big show to try to make you intimidated and all this other stuff. But if you really look at it, it's all smoke and screens. There's not, that man is not a wizard. He's not a wizard. He was just somebody who was trying to do stuff to make people think he was a wizard. That's the enemy. You know who's really, really powerful? God. He can actually do those things, and that's why he told you he's going to do it. So stop paying attention to the enemy. Hold on to that promise, and if you got this far into the message, I can tell you right now, your promise is right here. It's probably going to happen like within days, maybe hours, moments, minutes, I don't know. But hold on to that. It's happening, all right? Anyways, like, share, subscribe, comment as always, and I will see you guys next time.